This is National 9 News with Joe Hall.
Shane Crawford's dream comes true. The rampaging Hawks swoop, denying Geelong back-to-back premierships. Good evening. Hawthorn are the AFL champions tonight after a stunning 26-point victory over Geelong. We begin our coverage at Glenferrie Oval, where an army of delirious Hawk supporters watch the match. Chris Jones is with them, and Chris, the party has just begun.
Oh, Joe, it sure has. It's an amazing feeling out here, I got to say. As every train goes past here at Glenferrie, they are tooting the horn. The fans went absolutely crazy. Around 10,000 people here. They rode every kick and bump. Brad Sewell was unbelievable. Shane Crawford, unbelievable. Luke Hodge, of course. That third quarter was where it was won. But this was their reaction when the final siren went here at Glenferrie. Okay, ready? So, Joe, this is certainly not the end of it. From here, all of these fans are going to go into Fed Square, where the players will be presented, and then from there they'll go into Crown Casino. What do you reckon, guys? I don't think we're going to get much more out here. A very, very happy team at Hawthorn, Joe.
Indeed, thanks Chris. At Geelong, their hopes of consecutive flags has been shattered. Christine Ahern was with the crowds at Skilled Stadium. And Christine, there must have been a lot of disappointed faces there.
Well, thanks very much, Joe. Good evening. As you can see, there's no one left. They've all made a very hasty exit from Skilled Stadium, a very different atmosphere than this time last year. I can tell you there was about 5,000 fans here earlier today to watch the match on the big screen. There were a few brave Hawk supporters amongst them, but they were absolutely swamped by a sea of blue and white, which rode every wave of emotion throughout the match. But of course, as the result became apparent in the final quarter, they started to leave here in droves. Let's have a look at the moment the final siren sounded and the Premiership Cup departed Geelong.
Played bad footy. Didn't kick goals when we needed to kick goals.
I just don't think they manned up.
Devastated, actually. We come all the way from about 2 hours away to come and watch it.
Oh, what went wrong? Everything went wrong. Luke Hodge, Colac boy, killed us in the back line. That's what went wrong.
Well, there'll be no celebrations in the city streets tonight, Joe, that's for sure. But there will be a family day here kicking off at 11 o'clock. Players are due on stage at 2:30. But of course, this time they won't be carrying that prized piece of silverware. Back to you.
Thanks, Christine. Just over 100,000 fans were at the MCG, soaking up the 24 degrees September sunshine and the electric atmosphere of the first all-Victorian grand final in 8 years. Nick Johnston joins me now. And Nick, what a perfect day for football.
Yes, Joe, as you can see, fans are continuing to pour out of the MCG as I speak. As you said, more than 100,000 people here today for the grand final. That's the biggest crowd at an AFL grand final since 1986, and I'm sure there's going to be a few sore heads tomorrow. People leaving the MCG tonight, though, will want to be careful. The police have set up a number of booze buses around the ground, but certainly Melbourne turned on a fantastic spring day as two Victorian teams once again took centre stage. Between drinks for Hawthorn fans, and they couldn't be happier to be back. You coached the last premiership. Does it seem like a long time ago now?
Well, it does. Yeah, it's 17 years, so it's it's a big turnaround really, and it's taken this long to get here, and let's hope it's a great day for them.
It's been 8 years since two Victorian teams played in a grand final, and fans of both sides were prepared to do anything for those elusive tickets.
You've gone to pretty desperate lengths here. Yeah, first we had like little cardboard pieces, but then we thought we'd go hard out with the shirts off.
Overnight, the MCC members look more like a campsite as diehards dreamt of premiership glory.
You'd say it's a religion almost. Yeah, every to the football, and crazy things we do when your team makes the final.
There were no such problems for some.
You've been to an AFL Grand Final before?
Yeah, I've been to a couple in the past, a long time ago.
For those who couldn't get into the ground, nothing was left to chance.
We've got the policeman there behind us, we've got the stereo, the barbecue's cooking in the background, and of course plenty of brewskis. Oh, history is coming, history is coming.
For the second year in a row, all roads led to the MCG for Cats fans. Some feral, others stray.
So he came last year, we won the grand final, he's back again.
September, the Geelong cheer squad, it's a marriage made in heaven.
Hawks fans were also seeking help from above.
Geelong's got the Son of God, but Hawthorn, we've got the King on the wing, baby.
Once again, the Premiership Cup was carried to the MCG by one of the greats of the game.
You've held it before as a player. What's it like to get your hands on it again?
Yeah, there's definitely a definite aura about the Grand Final Cup. It's a great looking cup and obviously brings back a lot of good memories for me.
Inside, it made a special entrance onto the ground before being handed to a couple of former champions. Indeed, this is a day to honour legends past and present. Powderfinger paying a tribute of their own. Another old favourite also made a return. As the players arrived for their date with destiny, everyone was hoping this grand final would scale similar heights. Nick Johnston, 9 News.
For popular veteran Shane Crawford, it was a fairy tale finish to the season and possibly his career. The Hawks had the premiership in their grasp after a runaway third quarter. Heath O'Loughlin has the highlights.
Many expected an explosive start and the Cats went straight for Luke Hodge and his suspect ribs, but he quickly showed they were of no concern. However, the Hawks defenders needed more protection. Lonergan with the perfect start.
Tom Lonergan and kicks the first goal of the 2008 Grand Final.
Hodge continued to put his body on the line, but he wasn't the only one. Franklin taken down by Scarlett.
This is a statement. Matthew Scarlett saw the opportunity.
Hawthorn's hard work eventually paid off. Bateman rewarded for his hard running.
49 out, low, straight, abusing.
And Campbell Brown set the crowd alight when he bombed away from beyond 50.
Bacon square, this has got to carry.
Mooney was also on target, summing up his options before sneaking one through.
World assessing the options, good close down defence, been something special.
The heavy hits kept coming in the second, but the biggest impact came when Trent Crowe looked to have aggravated his foot injury.
It looked like something had shot him and he's as proppy as proppy.
He had to come off the ground and went straight down to the rooms. Ablett was the next to be crunched, though Mitchell may have gone a little too far and was reported. Young's connection with the ball minutes later was a whole lot better.
It's going all the way. It's a goal.
And more fireworks were on the cards with the Cats captain knocked out right on half-time. It was a battle of attrition with Young injured in a tackle and taken off, but in the premiership quarter the big names stood up. Ablett getting a goal to go along with his tally of 19 touches. And down the other end, Lance Franklin finally made a long-awaited appearance.
The smoke is starting to rise.
Then the brilliant Cyril Yoli made it an 11-point game.
Franklin didn't take the mark, but all's well that ends well.
The Cats were made to pay for costly mistakes, Dew reaping the applause for a Taylor error. Alistair Clarkson's decision to lure him back to AFL paying off yet again.
Dew could kick this, and he has. He's had the best 5 minutes of his footy life.
But all the good work was unravelled. A 30-point lead cut to 17 with a quarter to play after Mitchell again targeted Ablett and gave away a free kick down the ground. Luckily, it had no bearing on the eventual outcome. Hawthorn steamrolled its opposition.
He's done it. He's put the icing on the cake.
And Sam Mitchell added a captain's goal to stretch the margin to 27. Crowd not wanting to miss the celebrations.
Hawthorn, the champions. The long wait for Crawford over.
While Ablett was reduced to tears, so too was Shane Crawford, but for different reasons, after waiting 17 years for this moment.
Oh, I can't believe it, mate. Can't believe it.
Did you give up hope at any stage, though?
I can nearly kiss you at the
Luke Hodge named Norm Smith medalist for best on ground, but Crawford was still the centre of attention.
That's what I'm talking about!
A long week of celebrations is next on the menu. Heath O'Loughlin, 9. As you saw earlier, Hawthorn claimed its 10th premiership with a 26-point win over Geelong. Let's go back to Nick Johnston at the MCG. And Nick, it was a well-deserved win.
It certainly was, Heath. What jubilant scenes for Hawthorn fans and players alike after today's game. Let's relive some of those moments as the Hawks celebrated their first premiership in 17 years.
The winner of the Norm Smith medal from Hawthorn, Luke Hodge.
Oh, mate, just stoked. I can't believe it. Mate, I just don't know what to say. It's unbelievable.
The Hawthorn Footy Club don't get an opportunity in heaven for the last 17 years to play out here, and it was so special to do it today against such a formidable opponent in Geelong. We are a happy team at Hawthorn.
And wouldn't it be a fitting farewell for Shane Crawford, this premiership today, if indeed he chooses now to retire? Heath, the celebrations are promising to go well into the night. At around 7:30 tonight, the players will be presented to the fans just up the road here at Federation Square. The party is about to get into full swing. It's back to you.
OK, thanks, Nick. Well, Ben Cousins today stopped well short of naming the club he wants to play with next year. His former Eagles teammate Daniel Kerr has given the strongest indication yet that he's considering a move to Melbourne.
If negotiations take place, which I think in the next couple of weeks they will, I'll look at what happens.
I think you've forgotten Carlton, though. Kerr, is there any chance?
Well, look, if things didn't work out with the Eagles, I think, you know, going and playing with my mate Chris would be